Everyone laughed at his dream, until one night changed everything. His name was Leo, and all he had was a tiny room, a pile of overdue bills, and a notebook filled with ideas everyone called foolish. He wasn't a hero or a genius. He was just a regular guy who felt like he was constantly running a race he was destined to lose. His friends had steady jobs, new cars, and weekend plans. He had instant noodles and a constant, nagging feeling of being left behind. Every time he shared his vision, the room would fill with laughter. "Be realistic," they'd say. "That's not for people like us." The world didn't just doubt him, it actively rejected him. His family worried, his landlord threatened eviction, and the person in the mirror looked more and more like a failure every day. The weight of it all was crushing, suffocating him with self-doubt and fear. He felt like a ghost in his own life, watching everyone else move forward while he was stuck, invisible. One rainy Tuesday, it all became too much. Rejection letters were scattered on his floor like fallen leaves. His bank account was nearly empty. The laughter of his friends echoed in his mind, louder than the thunder outside. He sat there, in the quiet darkness of his room, the silence pressing in on him. This was it. The moment Heidi finally gave up, the world was right, and he was wrong. He was just a dreamer, a fool, chasing a fantasy. He closed his notebook, ready to toss it away and accept his fate. He was tired of fighting, tired of hoping, tired of being the butt of the joke. The loneliness in that moment was absolute. It felt like the end, but as he held the notebook, something shifted inside him. It wasn't a lightning bolt or a sudden revelation. It was a quiet, stubborn spark, refusing to die. He looked at his worn-out shoes, the empty fridge, the reflection of a man on the brink of surrender. And in that silence, he made a decision. It wasn't a promise to succeed, but a promise to himself, a promise to stop listening to the noise and start honoring the voice within. That night, he chose discipline over despair. He chose the quiet discomfort of effort over the loud agony of regret. He wouldn't quit. Not tonight. The days that followed weren't magical. There was no instant success, no sudden breakthrough. It was just work. Grueling, repetitive, unglamorous work. It was waking up at 5 a.m. when his body screamed for more sleep. It was studying late into the night while the city slept. It was saying no to parties, no to distractions, no to the easy path. He replaced comfort with consistency and hope with routine. He wasn't fueled by motivation anymore. He was driven by discipline. Each day was a single brick, laid carefully and patiently, with no guarantee that it would ever become a wall. He failed, learned, and failed again. But he never stopped building. He was no longer chasing a dream. He was forging a new version of himself. The twist wasn't a $1 million contract or sudden fame. It was something far more profound. One afternoon, a former mentor he hadn't spoken to in years called him. He had seen Leo's quiet, consistent work online, the small projects, the detailed posts, the relentless pursuit of his craft. He didn't offer a job. He offered something better. Respect. "I see what you're building," he said. "It's impressive." The success he found wasn't the one he had originally imagined. It wasn't about proving everyone wrong. It was about proving himself right. The real reward wasn't money or applause. It was the unshakable confidence that came from keeping a promise to himself. It was the quiet pride of knowing he'd faced the abyss and chosen to climb. The climax wasn't a grand speech or a public victory. It was a simple moment. He was invited to speak at a small, local workshop. As he stood there, sharing his journey, he saw a young person in the audience, eyes wide, hanging on his every word. In that person's eyes, he saw the same hunger, the same doubt, the same dream he once had. And in that moment, he realized his struggle had become someone else's survival guide. He had become the person he needed when he was at his lowest. That was the real victory. So remember this. People don't laugh at your dream. They laugh because you have the courage to chase a dream they were too afraid to follow. The journey isn't about the destination you reach, but the person you become along the way. Your greatest masterpiece is not the work you create, but the character you build when no one is watching. And the night you decide to stop quitting is the night everything truly begins. Thanks for watching.